Dan Illman, Matt Bernier. Nice card at Laurel on Saturday with several stakes races. We're going to throw up the field for race number 6. It's the $100,000 Willa on the Move Stakes for fillies and mares. A field of 9 expected to take part, well, actually 8, because the 5 absolutely is expected to scratch and run in New York in the Garland of Roses Stakes. That leaves the 7, Ivy Bell, is the 3-to-1 morning line favorite. And Ivy Bell is one of your favorites, Matt.
Yeah.
She's rock solid. She does have some issues with the starting gate. She is a one-run closer in a race where, with a strange pace scenario that might not work to her favor.
Yeah, that's got to be a concern in this spot, simply because, you know, she's in good form, even with that little issue 2 starts back where she clipped heels and dumped the rider. But you take that out of the page, I mean, all she does is show up and run her race. I think this is the level that she belongs at, but at the same time, there's only so much you can do to overcome pace.
She historically does well in her second start of the layoff, and her usual 88 buyer wins this race.
Yes.
Unless someone else steps up in a big way, I think. I know Miss Locust Point ran an 86 buyer as a 2-year-old in 2016. The question is, can Ivy Bell get out of the gate? Can she stay within range? And can someone soften up the 9, Miss Locust Point? Because this time form pace projector has Miss Locust Point out there on the lead, and the blue bar indicates that the race favors horses on or near the early lead, and if Miss Locust Point gets loose, she's going to be tough.
That's my only knock against Ivy Bell. It has nothing to do with anything about her or her class or running lines, anything else like that. It's just Miss Locust Point, second start off that long layoff. I mean, look, very rarely do you see 2-year-olds look like that and then just completely go away. Something had to go wrong with her. I think that most recent run at Parks was nothing more than the starting off point. Get her ready for a race like this.
And if you are playing the Laurel Saturday card from home, our stakes previews are presented by DRF Bets. And if you sign up now at drf.com/fall, use the promo code FALL300. Hey, FALL300, you get a $300 bonus. Willa on the Move, you got the 1, My Magician, a winner last time out, and a 1-turn mile. Do you like her at longer distances? I mean, she's done some really good work sprinting, but that was just kind of an eye-opener, just the way she swamped that field with an outside burst.
You know, the weird thing is, visually, it probably looked like one of her better races, but 2 starts back, she earned a fig that was 9 points higher. So I have to be honest, I think she's good going short, going long, whatever it may be. I don't know if she's good enough to win.
Well, she's going to be a better price than Ivy Bell, and maybe that makes you want to take a shot against the pace scenario. Are you worried that those 2 races at longer distances recently kind of sap her speed as she cuts back to 6?
Yeah, it's possible. I mean, we've always got to be afraid of that. When you take horses, you stretch them out, they show speed there, and then you try to cut them back to 3/4 or 5/8 or whatever it may be, because that speed is not the same as route speed. Sprint speed and route speed, 2 totally different things.
Getting back to Miss Locust Point for a second, I want to throw up a formulator fact that's pretty impressive for John Service. John's won 10 of his last 20, with last out winners in dirt sprints going second off the layoff, and Miss Locust Point fits that bill. So now you got the formulator fact. You got a pretty darn good horse to begin with, and you got lone speed. Do you think the 5-to-1's a pipe dream?
Yes, very much so. I think she's going to be competing for favoritism.
I think Shimmering Aspen's got a shot in here, though, especially if she drifts. She becomes a lot more interesting to me because, like several in here, she's coming off. She's going to make her second start of the form cycle. Last time out in that Safely Kept Stakes, remember Burns came from like far back to win? That pace I thought was fast, faster than it looks on paper. And Shimmering Aspen tried to mid-move into that race and kind of the teeth of the pace and then flattened out. That race was faster than the Colt division for 3-year-olds, a stakes race that same day at Laurel. This one's okay. Now, she's done a lot of good work at 7, not 6. She has shown versatility in the past, which makes me think Steve Hamilton's going to keep her close. She's okay.
Yeah, she's going to have to stay close because I think she could be the kind of key to the entire race where if she's good enough to run with Miss Locust Point, maybe not duel with her, but sit just off and try to take this thing over, she's going to have a big chance because she's going to get the jump on Ivy Bell. If for some reason she can't collar Miss Locust Point, I think she's in deep water.
Lake Pontchartrain, the number 2, is a pretty cool Oklahoma bred. She's won 10 of 29 lifetime starts. But her last 2 buyer speed figures kind of regressed, and one of them's a throw out in the Chaluki where she was just overmatched. Last time out at Mahoning Valley, though, she was toting 125, but still a 71 buyer. I wonder if after 10 starts in 2017, she's starting to lose a little zip off the fastball.
It's possible. If you look, though, inside of the Timeform US pace sort of ratings anyway, it looks like when she got up at one of those calls to be third, only a neck behind, that was basically into the teeth of the pace, and then she flattened out for that final piece there. I'm not suggesting that all of a sudden she's going to reverse her form, but I think maybe she's one to consider underneath.
3, She's Hot Wired, 20-1 on the morning line. Has shown some speed on occasion. She's a New Jersey bred, though. Listen, While she's run second or third, a lot of times she's a joy to own. She's banked almost 445 grand.
Yeah, I mean, and look, she's by Cable Boy. I've never heard of Cable Boy as a sire. This is one of those things where you're playing with house money.
Line of Best Fit, a stakes winner, 2 starts back at Laurel in the Shine Again stakes. I think she really benefited from a fast pace up front. May not get that situation here, but another mare that's really likable. She's won 16 times, has banked over 600,000.
Don't know that she's quite good enough to win a race like this. Certainly think she can hit the board. Throw Claudio Gonzalez out at your own risk.
Fear No Evil, ridden by the rejuvenated Edgar Prado. Scored last time out in New York, but it was an off-the-turf race against a bunch of turf horses.
Yeah.
And while Tommy Albertrani's come over here with some nice horses at Laurel Live, I believe he had Burned to win from Off of the Pace. I'm not sure if Fear No Evil stacks up from a class perspective with these.
Yeah, I mean, you just go through and look. If we do have fast dirt, I don't really know what you're going to get, because the 2 races that she's won most recently or run well in that were off the turf, they were on wet racetracks. If you get a fast dirt track, I have no idea what you're going to get out of her.
Let's take a look at our picks for the Willa on the Move Stakes, one of several added money events at Laurel on Saturday. Listen, nothing wrong with taking Lone Speed, a strong formulator fact, and a good horse. We've always said it. You give the best horse the best trip, they win. A lot of folks would argue that Miss Locust Point's one of, if not the best horse in this race. You'll take her on top.
The problem is going to be the price. I think she's going to be an absolute fraction of that 5-1. She might be fighting for favoritism along with Ivy Bell, along with Shimmering Aspen. Shimmering Aspen always gets bet in every one of her races.
No doubt.
She's kind of a mid-Atlantic horse. She runs usually at Laurel, Pimlico. I know she went to Charlestown one time as well, but I just kind of look at it and say, best horse, big tactical advantage. Obviously a giant formulator fact. I'll give her a chance.
9-7-4-8 for Matt. I just believe that Ivy Bell, if she gets out of the gate, might be better than these horses. I think it's arguable who the best horse in this race is. She's going to have to really work to do it. I thought she ran okay last time out. I want to see another 88 buyer, because I think that's good enough to do it. I'm going to go 7-4-9-8 in the $100,000 Willa on the Move Stakes. And again, if you're playing this Laurel Saturday card from home, great deals available when you sign up to DRF Bets, $300 bonus, all kinds of free PP packages, etc. DRF.com/fall. Promo code FALL300. Approximate post time for the Willa on the Move, 3 o'clock Eastern. Good luck.